This is Vipul Reviews, and if you are not still subscribed to the channel, press the subscribe button and press the bell icon for notification. Hi, this is Vipul Reviews, and the review for today is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. A title of a movie beginning with Once Upon suggests that it's a fairy tale, and to some extent it is. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood talks about Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth. Rick Dalton is a famous television actor famous for playing cowboys. And now, as suggested by his agent Marvin Schwartz, that his career is fading and he should try his luck in spaghetti western. Rick is on the edge of his emotion. He walks a razor blade. He cries when someone praises him, he cries when someone criticizes him. He shows this sensitive side of a manly mind kind of a guy from late 60s. The best part is Leonardo DiCaprio plays this role with utmost sincerity. So when he shows his diva-like persona, it's bloody humorous. Anytime if Leonardo was in with the joke, it would have come out to be cocky or somewhat fake. This is the most I have laughed in a Quentin Tarantino movie. Brad Pitt plays the role of Cliff Booth, who is a stuntman and has a long association with Rick Dalton. He's a war veteran who lives in a trailer behind a drive-in theater. Cliff Booth is a stuntman, a friend, a handyman, and also ego boost for Rick Dalton. And he's also unbeatable in a hand-to-hand combat, which is clearly seen in a scene where he beats the shit out of Bruce Lee on the set of Green Hornet. And there is also Margot Robbie, who plays the real person Sharon Tate, who in real life was 8.5 months pregnant when she was murdered at the hands of the members of the Manson family on orders of Charles Manson. I said what I said because this movie was heavily marketed as a new movie by Quentin Tarantino based on the murder of Sharon Tate. And Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate has very little to do with something substantial with this role. See, I'm not telling that her character was underdeveloped or she has very few lines. She is the third biggest character in the movie, which is 2 hours and 41 minutes long. But this movie felt to me more of a Rick Dalton and a Cliff Booth movie is what all I want to say. See, it was very clear from the trailer that this is the 9th movie from the master of writing and shooting heavy dialogue driven scenes full of F-bombs, Mr. Quentin Tarantino himself. See, this movie was released on 21st of May at the Cannes Film Festival and 26th of July in US of A. So somehow the producer of the movie thought it is okay to release this movie 20 days later on 15th of August in India, which people like me might consider to be a crime. On top of that, if you open any application on your mobile phone or open any page in your PC, there is an article suggesting Quentin Tarantino's new movie, A Love Letter to 1960s. Come on now, don't rub that into my face. See, I'm not the one who has that loss over here. I was right there in the theater at first day, first show. But this movie may suffer, especially when movie doesn't have an industry defined story structure. So by that, if it came out that this movie is bad, I seriously doubt your understanding. With this movie, Quentin Tarantino shows his control over his craft, his audience, producer, and even the studio. Because I bet even Steven Spielberg don't have the guts to show a 15-minute long scene where Brad Pitt feeds his dog. In a scene when Marvin Schwartz met Rick Dalton in a restaurant, Marvin says that he and his wife had a Rick Dalton movie marathon a night before. He says that they have watched Rick's so-and-so movie in 35mm, some movie in 16mm, and a television show in 8mm. And as an audience, we don't know what does this mm mean. Actually, it means the size of the film on which a particular movie was shot. There are many scenes with voice-over narration in this movie. Normally, a director uses voice-over when he's not able to explain the same thing with his storytelling style or to cut short the movie running time. But Quentin Tarantino uses narration and shows the same thing with his direction. And this movie can be easily divided into 4 acts. Day 1, Day 2, the time slab between Day 2 and Day 3 and Day 3. The second act, that is the Day 2, shows only our main 3 characters' day-to-day chores. Some may find this boring or stretched out, but according to me, this was the scene which brought me to the 1969's Hollywood. I was right there living the life. I was so engrossed in some scenes that I felt I was a person standing on the set and observing them. And this is all I want from a movie like this. There were more than 11 shots with the camera in a car and a person driving from A to B with listening to the songs on the radio, which also serves as the background score. A special mention to the director of photography, Robert Richardson. If it came out that this is the best movie by Quentin Tarantino, I again doubt your understanding because it lacks some Quentin Tarantino-ness, like the scene of Rat and Squirrel from Inglourious Bastard, or Jules and Vincent talking of Royale with cheese, or a pilot of a TV serial, or the famous Jules monologue Ezekiel 25:17 from Pulp Fiction. But this movie is better movie than the movies out there. Talking of Quentin Tarantino movies, every actor in this movie bring their A game to the table. And there are many actors. But Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio outshines them. The fourth act or day 3. See, I don't want to spoil it, but you have to see it to believe it. I won't say that Quentin Tarantino is attracted to violence, but he definitely understands it. And I will like to go with 3.5 stars out of 5 for Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So please comment, like, share and subscribe.